this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ayy, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that?
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Houston Texans versus Patrick Mahomes and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter, undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 81 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt. He's the one. To get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his fourth year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Here's Patterson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Number 24, the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Mahomes pass.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Singletary, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Hunter Henry brings it in. Goff, 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch, those hidden yards.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the... They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
yards remaining on 2nd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Mahomes to throw once more. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Josh Lambo set.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. As he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And the catch made by Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Texans 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
KJ Hamler returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to Keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Smith in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside. The 35-yard line.
A gain of 18.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown Baltimore.
Hollywood Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown.
Josh Lambo set to kick.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Jared Goff, he is the focus. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up second.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
25-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants...
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will have a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
To 10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hamler now to return it. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They will run with Singletary. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. A shotgun snap for Gone. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Gone. He's got Lewis. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Goff throwing again. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Oh, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Goff on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Roughing the passer defense. Get it! That ain't make no sense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. David Moore there to make the grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
He's set to kick off.
Hamler now to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. This one brought in by Jefferson. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Justin Jefferson.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
Baltimore.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Ravens 14.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, just some tough coverage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run on first down. Patterson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Cordero Patterson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Phillips on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Gone. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Goff on first down. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Goff again. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, Goff. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. To the air again. Goff. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal.
2-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, it's for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Patterson on the carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal. But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
Intercepted.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Derek Brown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They run with Lewis out of the gun.
Dion Lewis, the ball carrier.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Goff. Going underneath for Lewis. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Singletary. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Complete. It's Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Play action. It's gone. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite A shotgun snap for gone. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They'll run on first down with Singletary. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy.